Horizon Properties, the real property merchants, offers proficient, time-tested real estate services to all property buyers and sellers. Are you selling or letting? Looking to buy or lease property? We sell and let residential, commercial and industrial properties, farms and small holdings throughout the country. Our pride is in offering tailor-made services to meet the unique needs of each client, coupled with innovative, effective marketing tactics for each property. Come and experience the proficiency that makes Horizon Properties stand out from the rest. Tried and trusted to deliver to its customers' expectations. Look out for our glossy full-color property catalog called Real Deals, which circulates quarterly. We are found at shop number 6, Chindo Road, Kabulonga Shopping Mall, and on plot 449 on the alley behind Lusaka Hotel. Our website is www.thehorizonproperties.com or call us on +260 211 260 422.
It's 18:32 right here on Hot FM, number one for news and entertainment. Welcome to Property Focus, brought to you courtesy, of course, of Horizon Properties. And I'm your host this evening. My name is Nono Zaza. Now, joining me in the studio is have the pleasure of introducing the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer from Horizon Properties. Dr. Kiwempinde is with us. Good evening, Doctor, and welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening.
And we're also joined by David Peary, who is a Sales and Lettings Officer also from Horizon Property. Good evening to you, David, and welcome to the program as well.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening, listeners.
Awesome. Now, Doctor, I'll let you do the introduction. I know we've been talking about the Green Housing Project, I think, for the last 2-3 weeks as well. But for you to set the ball rolling, you're good to go.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, listeners. Horizon Green Village Project, Housing Project, is a project in its own class because of the basis on which the project has been developed. Mm-hmm. Green Village, the housing project, is anchored on sustainable development, and this is in line with the 2030 agenda for sustainable development. And therefore, this it suffices to say that Horizon Properties is now modeling projects in a global context, but implemented locally. Because in 2030 and in 2015, mm-hmm. On the 25th of September 2015, the UN General Assembly adopted the 2030 agenda, focusing on sustainable development. This is after you heard of the Millennium Development Goals mm-hmm. approach, or where they ended. Then they came up with the robust now approach towards how to improve humanity with regard to the environment. Mm-hmm. So our project is focusing on sustainable development. So that is now the basis. That's how unique this project is.
Yes. Interesting. Now, let's talk about the Horizon Green Village Housing. Of course, you've already said it's anchored on sustainability. What is the meaning of sustainable development with regard to housing projects?
Okay, thank you very much. I tackled over this issue some time back, but it's important to emphasize that the public is able to understand. Sustainable development relates to dealing with the needs of the present without depriving the future generations of their right to available natural resources. Mm-hmm. This means that to secure the balance between development activities, the benefits of activities arising from development, and the environment. Mm-hmm. You are benefiting from the profits, the benefits of development, but without injuring the environment. Mm-hmm. This is because the future generation should have a right to enjoy the country's present resources. How does this happen? By using the resources in a sustainable way. Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. Now, the issue of sustainability development, is it a local, global issue? Maybe you could brief us more, or Doctor, on that?
Okay. What I can say that, as I just mentioned in my opening remarks, mm-hmm. is that on the 25th of September, the UN General Assembly adopted the 2030 agenda. This agenda has got is anchored on people, the planet, and prosperity. Yes. So this is to do, the people is to do to alleviate poverty and to give to have extreme poverty and to have people to have a good life. Now the other one is the planet, is to keep the planet, to use the sources of the planet in a sustainable way. So this is a whole certain local issue is a global issue.
Oh yes.
And therefore, as Horizon Properties, we have been modeling our projects. We have started modeling our project towards sustainable environment. Now, one of the goals of this agenda, the 2030 agenda, has got 17 goals and 169 targets. Now, among the 17 goals, where we are sitting as Horizon Properties with regard to our development is goal number 11. Goal number 11 is to do with to make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. So that's where we're anchoring. That's where we're anchoring the project. Now, if you look at the targets under this goal 11 of the 2030 agenda, because this is the whole world sat and agreed and resolved to move towards these objectives to achieve these goals. Now, under the target, one of the targets which we are tapping into, we are trying to satisfy is target number 1. Goal number 11 of which I've just mentioned, that makes cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Now, they have got 10 targets. That goal has got 10 targets. Now, target number 1 is that by 2030, we should ensure adequate access to safe, affordable housing and basic services and to upgrade slums. So, we are coming there. Affordable housing. So, we are trying to satisfy, because these goals and targets, they are not satisfied by other people, but as the people of the world and the people of Zambia, we are supposed to now to work towards achieving these targets. Now, in our way as Horizon Properties, we are trying now to satisfy this target of affordable housing. Now, target number 3, enhance inclusive urbanization and capacity to participate, integrate the human settlement and planning and management. Okay. Urbanization. There's a lot of the rate of urbanization in Zambia is one of the highest in the in SADC. Yeah. So, how do we deal with this issue in a way which is sustainable? Now, Green Village. We are trying in the peri-urban. We are trying now to decongest the congested towns, urban areas, so that people can have a sustainable kind of living and fresh air.
Of course, fresh air.
Yes,
very importantly, fresh air.
So that's how this project is being handled, and it falls into the global objectives of sustainable development.
Okay. Now, still on the issue of sustainable development, and I asked whether it was a local, global issue. Maybe you'd like to expand more, maybe on the aspect of Horizon Properties deciding to use this sustainable development, because obviously no one else has decided to look at it that way, the way you've looked at it as Horizon Properties, and say, look, I think this is the route we should be going, or this is the route we should have gone many years ago. Maybe you could elaborate more.
You see, it's very important that we, as the people, we come to the understanding that the way we use the natural resources is very, very, very critical and very important. Because we have to use the natural resources there are God-given resources in a way that we think of the future, future generations. So, in that way, you have to apply sustainable kind of ways of using the environment. Yes, and this is where we are focusing. For example, we find that you continue to deforestate, to cut trees. You're trying to create a desert. I don't think you can start growing food in a desert.
No, you can't.
So these are some of the issues we're focusing on. So we do not allow an indiscriminate or unnecessary cutting down of trees in the project area. Yes, we have put security of day and night. We don't allow anybody to cut any tree without authority. So this is the way we want to preserve nature. We are creating green fields. The children should have, children, the women, everyone should live in an environment. You know, when the fresh, if you go to the villages, the air, the way it is different from town.
I remember growing up.
Different.
I remember growing up in the farms in the early 2000s, and I think one of the reasons my father decided for us to leave Long Acres and go to the farms was because, first of all, he wanted peace of mind, the quietness, but also just the natural atmosphere of having trees and birds and fresh water, etc. And I think that is why a lot of people decide to want to run away from the urban, because the urban area is polluted.
Yes, it is. It is. But
there are industries, there are and there's just so much that's in the area that you cannot enjoy your stay even if you were living in the urban areas.
Yes, it is. So because the contamination of the atmosphere by the industrial products, industrial gases, and there's no proper mechanism of removing the polluted gases because the natural system has been broken down. The trees are broken down. So you find that the more you go to industrial, the more you pollute. But what is the way forward? We need to use our resources in a sustainable way for the future generations.
Indeed.
Yes.
Okay, now let's go back to the project. And in terms of the project, we keep hearing the word eco-friendly. And I think sometimes you buy a product and you see that name, eco-friendly. Some people might not know what eco-friendly actually means. What is the meaning of eco-friendly, Doctor?
Okay, thank you very much. Here are the two words, the eco and the friendly. So the eco comes from the term ecology. Ecology is the study of organisms, how organisms interact with each other and with the environment. So eco comes from the word ecology. Ecology is the study of how organisms interact with each other and the environment. So it means how we interact, how we are going to be interacting with the environment. In our project will be friendly, meaning we are going to preserve the environment. So that is the meaning. So we are eco-friendly. I've just mentioned that if you want to see the consequences of cutting down trees, you see we have put security 24/7. We're sending a message: we don't allow anyone to cut trees, to degrade the environment with unnecessary.
So if anyone is found cutting trees, then definitely that's an eviction notice, right? Immediately.
I wouldn't even mention on air what we can do, but I think you won't like it because we are passionate about about the environment. Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
All right. If it's just tuned in, you're listening to Property Focus, brought to you courtesy of Horizon Properties. And this evening, of course, we are joined by the CEO from Horizon Properties, Dr. Kwepende, and we also have David Peary, who is the Sales and Lettings Officer. And we continue talking about the Horizon Green Village Housing Project. Now, this is a call to clients, and we're talking about clients who were offered but have not come forward to execute contracts of sales. Clients who finished paying and executed contracts of sales but have not come forward to proceed with the transfer of rights or change of ownership, as well as clients who have proceeded with the change of ownership but certain documents are missing, for example NRC copies, as well as clients who have finished paying and submitted all relevant documents but have not received their titles, and clients who for one reason or the other are not getting the expected feedback. Please contact this line, the text line or WhatsApp to this number 0979 685892. That is 0979 685892. Doctor, I will come back to you as we continue talking about the green project. Let's hear from Mr. Piri in terms of sales and marketing courtesy of Horizon Properties. Now, I think last week we were talking about whether people are now coming through to purchase places or buy spots, or for them to acquire pieces of land in this green project. And the question obviously to you is, have the sales started for the Horizon Green Village project?
Thank you, Nono. I must mention, I'm excited to mention that yes, where the sales have started coming. A lot of people have come through to our offices, and they've acquired themselves a lot in this Horizon Green Village. In fact, allow me to take this opportunity to mention that we are currently running a promotion which is very attractive. Okay, it's very attractive because the prices are attractive as well. Currently, we have a 600 square meters, which is a 30 by 20 plot, which is going at only 45,000 kwacha. Remember, the original price is 66,000 kwacha, but now it has been reduced to 45,000 kwacha cash. While the 450 square meters, which is a 20 by 22.5, is going for only 33,000 kwacha 500. Remember, the original price for this one is 39,000 kwacha. Now it's 33,000 kwacha 500. These prices are a song for the land in a gated and serviced and well organized community, I must mention. And be rest assured that these prices will go up even by 300% once the project is fully launched and where the building starts. So buy now while the prices are still low.
Indeed.
So that you don't feel left out when the prices go up.
I'm going to throw in something in there that you spoke about last week. People who are in the village banking, you said there was an initiative that you were offering for people who are in a village banking setup.
Yes.
Who can purchase land. How does it work and who qualifies?
Okay. So the village banking package, the way it has been designed. So if you belong to a village banking group, you need to form groups of 5 members. Groups of 5 members only. And these groups of 5 members, you pay every month you pay for 1 member. So every month you pay for 1 member. So you have 5 months to pay for each member of the group. So if you are 20 in a group, so you make 4 groups. So each of the 4 groups will come and pay for 1 member. So out of at the end of the 5 months, you'd have paid for all the members of all the groups.
And you spoke about the discounts. If all 5 members decide to pay at the same time.
Yes, if all the 5 members decide to pay at the same time, they benefit from the discount promotion that we are running now. So if you pay 1 member per month, you are buying at the original price. So if you are buying the 600 square meters, you are going to buy at 66,000 kwacha. But if you all the 5 groups and all the 5 members of each group, they come and pay at once, not in the 5 months, but in 1 month.
In 1 month, yes.
They stand to benefit from the discount that we are running now. So instead of buying at 66,000, you buy at 45,000.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting. All right, it's right clear. Now let's go back to the project. Tell us once again where this project is located. For obviously for people probably just tuned in and are interested on acquiring plots at the green housing project. Where is this located?
Okay, the project is located in Silverest Extension. Silverest has grown and it keeps growing, extending its boundaries towards Chongwe Township, which is an advantage that a development is modern and the area is forming up very beautifully. So from the airport roundabout on Great East Road, it's 20 kilometers to where this housing Horizon Green Village housing project is. So the location is Silverest Extension, that is on Great East Road.
All right.
Yes.
Speaking about roads, Doctor, you're back again. How is the access road to get to the project?
Okay, thank you very much, listeners. So, the access road, you know what? That is the D150. The road, then the It's D150. And this road, initially when we went to the site, we found that it was not in a good condition. But what we have done, we have worked on the road. We have worked on the 4 kilometers of the road. It's very, very accessible. We removed the potholes, we compacted, so it's very, very accessible. And for information, this is a public road which will be tarred.
Oh yes.
In fact, for the information of everybody, that this road, actually, the contract was awarded, and the contractor had commenced works, but due to limited resources, the contractor demobilized. So this road accessing the project is going to be tight, because government will never be broke forever.
Oh yes.
It's just and no one will ever be broke forever. Every situation is temporal. So I don't want anyone to say I didn't know. I didn't know, because I can give an example. We had a project some time back, the old airstrip. This friend of mine, I told him, please, can you buy a plot here? I want you to buy a plot here from here. He said, no, the road is not good. I said, no, this road will be done. If you, a month ago, he called me at high grade, because the road was tarred. Yes. So we position our projects with a futurist kind of understanding. We do our homework, and we know that where we're positioning this project, the road will be done.
Definitely.
And when it is done, and if I told the price will be there, even also, even the price would have increase to a certain amount, because the value, access.
The value goes up.
Yeah, because access adds value.
It's
so
easy.
I want to inform the public that this road will be tarred, and the contracts were awarded, and the contractor was on site. He commenced works, but now he stopped the works because of financing. But financing, it doesn't mean that financing will not be there.
It's temporal.
It's temporal.
They'll be back.
So the road to the site will be tarred. Yeah,
Okay.
It's a public road.
In fact, allow me to add, the question you asked, Doctor, how is the access road, is a very good question. Why? Because as you may know, road network and access are a huge factor when it comes to real estate values. That's and true. Location.
It's very true.
You remember we had a question the other time where we talked about location. And I'm very proud, like Doctor mentioned, this Horizon Green Village project is positioned on a road that's going to be tarred. And that's an added advantage, because the value of property is going to go up.
That's very true.
Yes.
That's very true. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll continue talking about the green housing project. And of course, David, as well as the doctor, will tell us more information. This is Property Focus right here on Hot FM.
Horizon Properties, the real property merchants, offers proficient, time-tested real estate services to all property buyers and sellers. Are you selling or letting? Looking to buy or lease property? We sell and let residential, commercial and industrial properties, farms and small holdings throughout the country. Our pride is in offering tailor-made services to meet the unique needs of each client, coupled with innovative, effective marketing tactics for each property. Come and experience the proficiency that makes Horizon Properties stand out from the rest. Tried and trusted to deliver to its customers' expectations. Look out for our glossy full-color property catalog called Real Deals, which circulates quarterly. We are found at shop number 6, Chindo Road, Kabulonga Shopping Mall, and on plot 449 on the alley behind Lusaka Hotel. Our website is www.thehorizonproperties.com, or call us on +260 211 260 422.
Welcome back to Property Focus, brought to you courtesy of Horizon Properties. Like I said, this evening I am joined by the CEO of Horizon Properties, Dr. Kiwempinde, and we're also joined by David Peary, who is a Sales and Lettings Officer from Horizon Properties, and we continue talking about the Horizon Green Village project that is about to kickstart or has already kickstarted. Now, this is a call out to clients. Now, several clients obviously who've come through and done business with Horizon Properties. particularly clients who were offered but have not come forward to execute contracts of sales, clients who finished paying and executed contracts of sales but have not come forward to proceed with the transfer of rights or change of ownership, clients who have proceeded with the change of ownership but certain documents are missing, for example NRC copies, clients who have finished paying and submitted all relevant documents but have not received their titles, as well as clients who for one reason or the other are not getting the expected feedback. Please contact this number, text line or WhatsApp to this number. It is 0979 685892. That is 0979 685892. David, I'm back with you. And I think I did ask this question last week as well, and I'm going to throw it back to you again. Why should I buy into this project? And I know last week I think you were trying to emphasize bed sitter, 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, and I think emphasize on the type of different housing that will be there, and also the fact that these houses can be upgraded. So it doesn't mean that just because you've got a bed sitter, there is room for you to upgrade. So why should I buy into this project?
Okay, thank you very much. That's a very, very good question. Firstly, as Horizon Properties, Horizon Green Village, we do acknowledge that the property market has greatly opened up because you agree with us that there are plots everywhere. It includes Shimabala, Katuba. They've mushroomed the entire Lusaka. Which gives buyer an option, who will not refuse that. But then Horizon Green Village is specifically and specially molded to buyers who are looking for a decent place to live at an affordable price. So if you're one of those that would want to live in a modern kind, you've heard Doctor mentioning about sustainable, eco-friendly. If you're one of those that want to be part and parcel, you do not waste time. Please come and buy into this project, because this is the best project you find on today's property market, Horizon Green Village.
All right. Now, back again. Why should I buy a house off plan?
Thank you very much. So there are serious benefits that accrue to those that buy a property at its early stage. So buying off plan is basically buying a property which is not yet built. So you start with a plot, and then you continue to buying the entire property until it's a complete constructed house. So I'll tell you this, as the adage goes, the early bird catches the worm. The pricing for off plan is much lower than that the value of the house after it's completed. Did you get that?
Come again?
I'm sure you know this old adage which says the early bird catches the worm.
Of course.
You do.
You have to wake up at 5:30.
Yes. Yes. So the pricing for the off plan is actually much lower compared to buying a complete already built house. So if you buy early now, you are telling yourself that let me buy while things are still cheap. Okay. So when you buy an off plan, the value will be cheaper compared to when it's complete. So that is so because when the project completes, it will take the form of the concept properly, and it will be appreciated much more. Therefore, buying off plan is like investing your money in anticipation for it to grow as the project unfolds. And for Green Village, we are taking our reputation as a company and assuring our clients and would-be clients that you will not go wrong. This is the right decision.
Zambia's award-winning and most trusted news and entertainment provider. Consistently delivering unrivaled world-class radio 24/7, 365. We are Hot FM.
Horizon Properties, the real property merchants, offers proficient, time-tested real estate services to all property buyers and sellers. Are you selling or letting? Looking to buy or lease property? We sell and let residential, commercial and industrial properties, farms and small holdings throughout the country. Our pride is in offering tailor-made services to meet the unique needs of each client, coupled with innovative, effective marketing tactics for each property. Come and experience the proficiency that makes Horizon Properties stand out from the rest. Tried and trusted to deliver to its customers' expectations. Look out for our glossy full-color property catalog called Real Deals, which circulates quarterly. We are found at shop number 6, Chindo Road, Kabulonga Shopping Mall, and on plot 449 on the alley behind Lusaka Hotel. Our website is www.thehorizonproperties.com or call us on +260 211 260 422.
Welcome back to Property Focus, brought to you courtesy of Horizon Properties. And of course, this evening on the show, I am joined by the CEO from Horizon Properties, Dr. Kiwempinde, and we're also joined by David Peavy, who is the Sales and Lettings Officer from Horizon Properties, as we continue talking about the Horizon Green Village housing. Now, this is a call to clients who were offered but have not come forward to execute contracts of sales. Clients who finished paying and executed contracts of sales but have not come forward to proceed with the transfer of rights or change of ownership. Clients who have proceeded with a change of ownership but certain documents are missing, for example, NRC copies. Or clients who have finished paying and submitted all relevant documents but have not received their titles. As well as clients who, for one reason or the other, are not getting the expected feedback. Please, you can contact, text line or WhatsApp on this number, 0979685892. That is 0979685892. Before I call the doc back again, David, this one's for you. Maybe give us more information about how you phased this development at the green housing project.
Okay, so it's not green housing project. It's Horizon Green Village.
Horizon Green Village project. Yes.
So the Horizon Green Village project. I'll tell you this: the development has been phased to be convenient to the buyer's budget. In case you're not able to buy a complete property at the moment or at once, so there are following phases. The first phase is where you buy a plot. Okay, so you buy a plot, and then the second phase is where you build a bed sitter, and stop renting. Move into your bed sitter, and then start using the rental income to keep improving the house phase by phase. And you bring in another room, you keep improving as your family grows until it becomes a complete 3-bedroomed house. That's phase 2. Phase 3 is where your pocket says, wow, I can just buy a complete house. So phase 3 is where you buy a complete house. So on phase 1, I must mention that this is where you're purchasing a plot. There are different sizes of plots. There's a 450 square meter, which is a 20 by 22.5. There's a 600 square meter, which is a 30 by 20. There's a 900 square meters, which is a 30 by 30. There's a 1,200 square meters, which is a 30 by 40. So these are options readily available, ready on the market. And I must mention that on phase 1, the plots, earlier I mentioned that there's a discount on the 450 square meters and on the 600 square meters. So the promotion is as follows. The 450 square meters, which is originally going for 49,000, it's now going for 33,500. From 49,000 to 33,500. Then the 600 square meters, which is a 30 by 20, or the original price is 66,000. 66,000. The discounted or promotional price is 45,000 kwacha only. Yes.
Interesting. Doctor, let me add you back to this discussion. You know, when it comes to anything, I think people are always looking for assurances, promises, you know, delivering, etc. And I think politicians are good at telling us things like, oh, when I come here, I'm going to build a tank and etc. Now, in terms of assurance, what assurance do I have, or anyone who's listening, that Horizon Properties will deliver on its promises on this housing project?
Okay, thank you very much. I think the best answer is, first of all, our market position. But before the position, we have values. Values and which make a principle. So we are principled business people, and we have a market position. Our company has got a reputation. Our name comes from the values which give us a principle. We are principled business people. We are a principled company, and therefore, a company that doesn't have a principle cannot deliver. But we have values. So values make a principle. So we are principled. Horizon is the household name, in property market, and therefore, and we have been in this market for almost 20 years, and this name has been built over 20 years, and we based on our principles, we have gained the name. The name is also a name is capital, so we wouldn't want to lose our capital, goodwill. So we are also experts on this market. As far as we're concerned, I think we are one of the best, if not the best, on the market. So we do understand what the Zambian people want, what they can afford, what are the disposable income they have. We have all this. So therefore, we cannot go wrong. We will not deliver something on the market which will not be affordable.
Or becomes a white elephant.
Yes, and we don't have any white elephants on our projects, because we know. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
You know, you know. If you know, you know. So, but we have these chances around. Our competitors, their focus and our focus is different. You have had many of them, a number of them. They go to court, people lose money. They go to court and they have no even security. They have no assets to where the clients can recover from. The asset is that piece of land which has been encumbered into problems in court. They can't refund, and sometimes what they do, they declare bankruptcy, and that's the end of it. Bankruptcy, we don't have anything, and then the bankruptcy of what? Papers, documentation. No. So we are different. We can't throw our good name just like that. No. A good name. What do you know? The good name and trust is capital.
Yes.
This is what people don't know. So we have the capital. We can't attempt to deplete our capital.
That's important.
Or to touch it. No. We want to build on it. So we want to build on a good name and deliver. Based on what I've said, the public is assured that we deliver. We will not say something we cannot do. And we will not commit ourselves to something we cannot do.
That's true.
That's our principle.
All right. Now, this is an interesting one, and I think you're going to do a lot of explanation on this one. Can you explain more about the United Nations 2030 agenda with regards to sustainable development, and more particularly goal number 11? I know you mentioned it when we just began the show. Some people may have missed it. Maybe you'd like to echo more points on what this whole United Nations 2030 agenda with regards to sustainable development is all about, particularly goal number 11.
I think you rushed me somehow.
I rushed
you. I was still talking. You rushed me. Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes. On the 25th of September 2015, the UN General Assembly, adopted the 2030 agenda, focusing on sustainable development. This was after, before this SDGs, that was the MDGs.
Oh yes.
Millennium Development Goals. These goals for MDs were 7. One was eradicate extreme poverty and hunger, achieve universal education, promote gender equality and empower women, reduce child mortality, improve maternal health, combat HIV/AIDS, malaria and other diseases, and ensure sustainable development. After the assessment was done, and to expand a number of goals were not achieved as expected, so there was now a resolution to adopt the 2030 agenda. This one is a sustainable development goals, SDGs. So these are to do with sustaining the environment, to use the environment in a sustainable way, in a way which is futuristic, with the future, with the people, with the future generation in mind. So that's how the UN is the world.
Oh yes.
So the decision was made, and they agreed that let's now improve the lives of the people with protection of the environment. So this is how they came up with the Agenda 2030. 2030. But in particular, our focus and where we fall, because there are about 17 goals. Now, goal number 11 focuses more on human living, the built environment, to make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. Yes. So with regard to this goal, has got 10 targets. As I mentioned, one of the targets is to have, for example, by 2030, provide universal access to safe, inclusive, accessible, green and public spaces. Green and public spaces. You remember the profile of a project. We have reserved 20 acres for green spaces. Yes. We have also reserved 5 acres for a game ranch. Yes. So we want to, this one I said, remember, eco-friendly.
Oh yes.
We want to interact with the environment. We are organisms living together, and how we are going to relate with the environment and everything. So that's where we are going. So this target I've just mentioned, I haven't finished. Green and public spaces we have provided at the project. In particular for women, children, older persons, and persons with disabilities. We are going to do this. We own it. And that's where we are focusing. So our project is anchored on a global perspective, but localized. So this is all about sustainable kind of development. So we are trying to fit into the global perspective, but in a local environment. Yes. And the idea is to use the resources, to protect the environment, to use the resources in a sustainable way and protect the environment. That is the focus. Sustainable kind of development, sustainable living, efficiency in using water, efficiency in using power. So we want to efficient use of resources, available resources.
I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I didn't want to go into the aspect of power, but I do believe that since we're talking of eco-friendly and everything, maybe even the power aspect may be different.
Yes, we are using flexibility in our approach. We have a lot of inquiries from other business people who want to bring sustainable energy in the project. So we are looking at what they are providing. If it falls into the concept of sustainable living, then they come on board. There's one associate, would be associate. They want to produce gas, manufacture gas on the side, and they will sell gas to our people. It means that the use of hydro can be avoided. So now we protect the environment from the excessive use of water to generate power. So in that way, we are fitting into the same kind of environment, sustainable environment, and so on.
This is definitely an exciting project. I mean, we can't wait for it to take off, but also just can't wait to see it when it's finally done, isn't it? We're in the dying minutes of the program. Obviously, as we wrap it up, David, I'll come to you before the doc wraps it up. Any last words to would-be clients, obviously, who would be interested in purchasing? How can they come? How can they contact you? And when are you open?
Okay, so we are open every working day, Monday to Saturday. We work both our Kablonga office as well as our town office. And I must mention, if somebody is just tuning in at the dying minutes of this show, we are talking about Horizon Green Village, which is located on Silverest Extension, which is about 20 kilometers from the airport roundabout. This project is very exciting and attractive because we are running a promotion right now. We've discounted the plots that were going for 66,000. We've reduced them to 45,000. Those that were going at 49,000, we've reduced them to 33,500. So please come and buy into this project.
Yeah, that's important. Doc, as we wrap it up, your last words? Sustainable?
Yes.
Development?
Yes. This is the way to go. This way we should go. And let's look in the future, not in the present. So we are in the present, and the project is in the future thinking of green living.
Indeed.
So we call upon everyone to embrace a green living and sustainable use of resources for the future generations.
All right. Doctor, as well as Mr. Peary, thank you so much for coming through. And obviously, I know a lot of people have learned a lot of information, but this is definitely an exciting project.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, there you have it. That's it for this episode of Horizon Properties. Property Focus comes every Tuesday from about 18:30 until about 19:15. Now, this evening, we're talking about the Horizon Green Village Housing Project, and my guest was the CEO of Horizon Properties, Dr. Kiwempende, and we were also joined by David Peary, who is Sales and Lettings Officer, also from Horizon Properties. Until next week at the same time, keep listening to Hot FM.
Horizon Properties, the real property merchants, offers proficient, time-tested real estate services to all property buyers and sellers. Are you selling or letting? Looking to buy or lease property? We sell and let residential, commercial and industrial properties, farms and small holdings throughout the country. Our pride is in offering tailor-made services to meet the unique needs of each client, coupled with innovative, effective marketing tactics for each property. Come and experience the proficiency that makes Horizon Properties stand out from the rest. Tried and trusted to deliver to its customers' expectations. Look out for our glossy full-color property catalog called Real Deals, which circulates quarterly. We are found at shop number 6, Chindo Road, Kabulonga Shopping Mall, and on plot 449 on the alley behind Lusaka Hotel. Our website is www.thehorizonproperties.com or call us on +260 211 260 422.